Today's American Story with Bob Dotson is about love, loss, and a 65-year-old mystery finally solved deep below the waters off the coast of Alaska. It's a Today Show exclusive, the first underwater video of a submarine that's been missing since World War II.
The sea holds many mysteries, but few detectives as dogged as John Abele.
And it's really between Segula and the Kiska Peak.
For 6 decades, he and his brothers Brad and Bruce have been searching for a missing World War II submarine, the USS Grunion. Their father, Jim Abele, was the skipper.
It's a matter of sort of closing the door on a room that you've had questions about for a long time.
The turning point came when a Japanese historian found a lost account of the Grunion's last battle. It disappeared in 1942 while patrolling the ocean between Japan and Alaska. Last summer, the brothers circled close, 12 miles north of Kiska, at the western tip of the Aleutian Islands.
We've passed over it several times.
Now, John is back with an underwater camera to see what happened to those 70 men.
Let's go ahead and go down, Mike.
Somewhere in that murky darkness, a mile beneath the boat, is their grave.
Oh yeah, there it is to the left.
What's that? Is that a hatch back there?
An open hatch. It holds a big clue.
You could not open that hatch if there were more than a foot of water. It had to be on the surface.
Japanese eyewitnesses say the Grunion was surfacing, trying to finish off a cargo ship it had torpedoed. But the freighter fired back 84 times. A dull thud, then dead silence that stretched 6 decades.
The submarine was going down at a steep angle, perhaps 45 degrees.
It ski jumped off an underwater volcano, breaking the bow, then slid down a steep slope, gouging a trail still visible after 65 years.
It looks like a road in the woods, 2 tracks.
Scattered in bits and pieces, like a board game that ended angrily.
Did you find any remains?
No, at this depth, even bones would dissolve totally, and certainly over this time frame.
But not memories. The rest of her life, the Abele's mom wrote letters to everyone who had someone on the Grunion. But as the years went by, they lost touch with the crew members' families. So when the search for the sub heated up, so did the efforts to find them again. A task at times as tough as locating the Grunion.
Somebody in this world had to know who they were. This is Mary Bentz calling.
Mary Bentz found the last one the morning after they discovered the sub. Her Uncle Carmine was aboard the boat.
They're alive to us. And maybe it sounds a little quirky, but they are alive.
That's a relief for Donna Francis. Her dad was a newlywed the day he shipped out. Don Welch died without ever meeting his only child.
In one letter he said, "Parting is such sweet sorrow." And he said, "I'd like to ask the person that wrote that, what's so sweet about it?"
At moments like this, years do not flow back into the past, but gather invisibly around us. These men of the Grunion are no longer a list of long-forgotten names because of 3 little boys who grew old looking and found a father who never left their minds. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, with an American Story off the coast of Alaska.